We got to talk about all these drones, right? First off, I'm a big fan of the idea of aliens. I really would like there to be aliens. Down in my soul, I believe that there are other intelligent species in the universe. The sheer numbers of statistics suggest that it would happen, or has happened, or will happen, however you wish to look at it. Who's, the Fermi paradox, the Fermi whatever, and there's there's 3 or 4 different things, and I know what they are, I just can't remember the freaking names right off the top of the bat. Welcome to getting old, right? So, if it ain't aliens, no offense, what kind of aliens will be operating drone technology like we have? I'm just asking, who? What aliens would show up on Earth with slightly more advanced versions of the crap we already put up? So, if it ain't aliens, here's part of my problem. I've been this way my whole goddamn life. I don't want to be in charge. I don't want to be the idiot on the throne. I don't really want to be part of the group. I'll go along with the group. No problem following the lemmings. As most good Americans are, we're lemmings. But when I see that damn cliff coming, I gotta say no. I have to ask myself, if it ain't aliens, and our government is overtly telling us they don't know who it is, that they don't have the resources to find out who it is, it must be aliens, but they're not actually saying that. But we've ruled out the fact that it ain't aliens. So, Iran maybe? Iran. Well, there's a lot of different theories out there and conspiracies and concepts of conspiracies and theories, because that's how the human race works. For good or for bad, that's just how it works. So, the Iranians do have a drone program. The Turks have a much better one, from what I understand, but what do I know? So the Iranians have a drone program. Who don't? Right? Tell me a country that ain't got something that passes as a drone program. Whether we're inventing new ones, manufacturing fancy ones, or getting really slick, who knows? But if you ask our government, we've been dealing with drones for probably 40 years. Longer than that, actually. They were radio-controlled devices back in the day, but now they've become much more sophisticated. And how much more sophisticated do you think these drones would be if they have AI attached to them? So, DARPA and S2 and 100 other damn government agencies, think tanks, and secret, semi-secret BS out there are well known for creating stuff 20 years in advance of what we use. So who's to say that there ain't an element of the government behind it? The Iranians, right? Let's talk about the Iranians for a minute. Yeah, okay, maybe. Maybe they have it. Maybe they have that capability. In theory, anybody with access to enough money can buy these drones. Now, these are pretty robust drones. They're pretty good size. But that isn't a surprise. Come on, America, wake the F up. It wasn't all that long ago in popular science and popular mechanics. We've been seeing flying cars for a long goddamn time. There's a number of people out there who invented basically pilotable drones the size of freaking cars. So if they're developing that as a fun kit thing to do on the weekend so we can get a Jetson mobile, what do you think the government's doing behind the scenes? Fine. So the Iranians, in theory, could park a freighter off the coast of New Jersey and fly drones off of it all day long as our government doesn't look for them. That's Coast Guard's job, right? You'd think that, somebody had a report where they saw 50 drones flying in from sea. Was that truth? I don't know. Do you know? Part of the problem, right? Okay. Maybe the Iranians. But why? Why would the Iranians be involved in this kind of crap? We're also vaguely pointing out, some people are vaguely pointing out, and I'm going to be one that reminds you that it wasn't that long ago, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, they were complaining about drones flying over U.S. bases in Britain. Not that long ago. So if you look at the amount of time, well, they stopped flying, they haven't heard reports of them flying around these bases, and then suddenly they show up off the, right off the, New Jersey Turnpike near New York, or in New York, or over New York now, from what I understand. Enough so that they shut down the frickin' airport for a couple hours. So maybe it ain't the Iranians, and it ain't frickin' aliens. Maybe the tech bros are behind some of this. Apparently, there's a whole school of, and more than a school, a whole university on the idea of manipulating mass people. Gets you into mass hysteria, gets you to convince you need to. So after 9/11, they convinced us seriously, real hard, we needed to, give up some of our freedoms to what? Oh, to help find these terrorists. The same terrorists we spent 20 odd freaking years fighting in how many, in Afghanistan and Iraq? Yeah. Meanwhile, you gave up how much of your freedom? In America, the land of the free, how much of it's really free anymore? The government gets to spy on you now pretty much 24/7 as much as they want. And I guarantee you, if they're not, big bro technology is. Don't kid yourself. So, big, tech bros have bucket loads of money. They have aerospace programs. Privately funded, privately operated aerospace programs. I suspect they have drone programs too. Probably some advanced drones, some pretty sophisticated ones. Even some that aren't so damn sophisticated, but if you deck them out with a lot of pretty lights and start buzzing people's houses with them. So let's just say for fun, just for fun, this is an inside job, that this BS is actually going on here by people in the country for nefarious purposes, because it's never for good stuff. It ain't. So, why does it reek of a psyop? I mean, I've heard MAGA, the MAGA clowns toss around numerous times in Congress, and Marjorie Greene loves that, loves to toss around that pseudo bullshit that MAGA embraces so hard. Maybe she wasn't wrong on some of this crap. Maybe she was spilling the beans a little bit when she shouldn't have. She's not exactly a popular person on either side of the so-called aisle. And I find that ironic, because the aisle in and of itself is bullshit. These politicians are all in the same pockets as the same wealthy fucks. I'm just saying, it's the truth. You don't have to like the facts. But the facts are what they are. So what purpose would a non-government body who is not foreign to our soil conduct such an event on such a scale as what's been going on? Like I said, it reeks of a psyop. Who's benefiting from all this? Mostly the distraction in the media. Media sure can't talk about a lot of stuff, but it can lay into these sort of things real quick. It's just convenient that all these hearings and government bullshit about UAPs and aliens and all this stuff keeps cropping up in the last 6 months, when we're in one of the, we have literally handed over the United States democracy to a bunch of psychopaths. And we're going to get what's coming to us for doing it. You, fuck-asses Americans, you chose to vote for this insanity. We all got to go, the rest of us got to go along with the ride until we don't. What's their agenda? What are they really trying to pull? What's really going on there? What's the scam? I found it interesting that I ran across a video, and I wish I had tagged it so I can dump it on y'all. Maybe I'll go Google it. I gotta figure out the name of that ass clown first. It shouldn't be too hard. But he's one of the number one guys in 2025 program from the Heritage Foundation. He was the one that was on national television telling everybody that it will be a bloodless coup if the Democrats don't do anything. Same guy. Now, I don't know if the video was doctored, it was altered, if it was actually him. It's hard to say that nowadays with AI and all the other fantastic tools they have to manipulate everything we see, read, and think we know. How's that good for you again? How's it good for you and me? Oh, it's good for their agenda, but what is their agenda? Well, this ass clown from the Heritage Foundation, in this video I saw a couple days ago, was a very brief clip, and I really wish I'd tagged it. He was going on about something similar to what he was going on about 6 months ago, and got his ass handed to him, and he had to kind of, publicly step down. But he never stepped down. Don't fool yourself. He just handed over the public scene to one of the other tools that are part of the Heritage Foundation, and y'all fucking tools. Oh yeah, fuck asses. Ain't nothing. So he says, after 70 years, we're gonna rectify some problems. 70 years. 70 years ago, when we created Social Security, Medicare, how many other stuff? Okay. But what's the real scheme here? Don't use your common sense, America. Use your brain for a moment. Fucking aliens showing up right now when this is bullshit. Isn't that convenient? Nah, ain't no damn aliens coming to Earth to fuck with us with probably American-made damn drones to boot. So if our own government can't figure out, or stating they don't know what's going on, they don't have the resources, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the technical specialties, then what the fuck do we spend $800 fucking billion a year on our fucking military if we don't have those capabilities? I call bullshit. Call bullshit. Ask yourself, if this is not aliens, and it's not Iranians, and it's not our government, who the hell's doing this, and what are they trying to pull? What is it they're trying to cover up? What is it they're trying to distract you from? They ain't distracting me, but then what good do I? Who am I? Just some maniac moron in Iowa that's angry as fuck about how all this bullshit, it keeps making my life harder, and your life fucking harder. Just asking.